Welcome to everybody to Let's Talk About It, a podcast that gives a platform for real talk, real people, real topics, real conversations. Today is our wrestling edition part two, right? We did our last wrestling edition on WrestleMania. Me and my co-host Mario Castro here. We did it on WrestleMania, our thoughts about WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2, SmackDown, Hall of Fame. This week, or this month, we are actually going to do the WWE draft and Backlash from Lyon, France, which the crowd was crazy. My man Mario, what's going on, though? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good right now.
Yeah? Sure?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hell,
I can't
it's
wait to
right.
get into this.
Oh, I bet you have, baby. Bet you have. All right. Let's start with the draft, man. You know, I'm gonna go down a little SmackDown roster here. I mean, of course, the number one picks. I'm not even gonna worry about the number one picks. But as far as I know, their roster now includes Bianca Belair, Carmelo Hayes, which it was about time he got his come up. I think he's
Mhm.
gonna do good. You got Randy Orton, you got Nia Jax, you got LA Knight, you got the new bloodline, which we could get into. We got AJ Styles, we got Andrade, we got Jade Cargill, Kevin Owens. Said you got the Pride. I don't know where they got that name from. Bobby Lashley, Street Profits, and B-Fab, which I think she don't really fit, but it is what it is. My girl TT, Tiffy Stratton, Tiffy time. uh, Legardo, am I pronouncing it? Legardo Del Fantasma, No
Yeah.
Santos, Angel, Berto, and Electro Lopez.
Mhm.
My man Shinsuke, which I haven't seen in a long time. Naomi, my girl Chelsea Green and Piper Nevin. Pearly Deadly, which they don't give enough time to. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. DIY, Champion Gargano. Uh, this was a new one. Blair Davenport from NXT. That was pretty interesting.
Mhm.
Apollo Crews, which I think he got drafted there last year, and we haven't seen him all damn year. Giovanni Vinci, the former Imperial member, and Tegan Knox, another one we have not seen. So, oh yeah, I'm sorry, and the OC Gallows and Anderson, Baron Corbin came back, and a team Cedric Alexander and Ashanti Adonis, which I've never seen except on Speed or whatever that crap is. But anyway, what did you think about the new SmackDown roster, in your opinion?
To be honest with you, I feel like it's basically the same roster without the exception of the new NXT superstars that was drafted to SmackDown
Yeah,
and maybe a few of the old ones that we haven't seen in a while.
yeah.
I didn't really see that much of a
Oh,
change
wait a
in
minute, you paused.
SmackDown.
Uh, I want to know where the storylines is. Now the champs is what? It's Cody. Uh, I assume the down under what Waller and Theory's on there,
Mhm.
and I think it's what's his name? The U.S. guy, Logan. Your favorite, your baby, your buddy, Logan. Bruh.
Uh,
I don't know where all the storylines are coming from this roster. Um, I can tell you, I don't know. I know I'm looking at this roster. Um, I would like to
I
see.
I
This is what I would like to see. I'd like to see them get pretty deadly, a nice little storyline. Um, Chelsea, I want to see him get a storyline, and I want Bobby to get away from the Street Profits. I want Bobby to be on his own. Bobby Lashley. I want him to be on his own, man. I'm seriously. Some of this stuff don't make no sense to me because a lot of these people are on the main roster, but they're always down on NXT, like OC's on NXT. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Tegan, I haven't seen her in like freaking years, and Apollo
Mm-hmm.
can't even get on TV. So I don't know. You got any thoughts on this one?
Well, I mean, seeing the people who we haven't that got drafted that we haven't seen in a while, I think that they're trying to probably get more camera time for them. I don't see a storyline for them. If anything, Apollo
Mm-hmm.
Crews, who we haven't seen in a while, he'll probably be a jobber for AJ Styles or for one of the heels to make them look good to probably up to enhance the storyline for some of these
Yeah.
heels. That's really how I see it. They're just jobbers. As far as storyline goes, they for the women's division, they got to do something. They got they had to do something because the storylines. I don't see it. I don't see any storyline with Bailey.
Nope.
I don't see. I really don't see anything happening with Bianca Belair or Jake Hager unless they were trying to set up a feud between them later on.
Yeah, we'll get into them later on because I got something to say about those two.
Oh, man.
Look, Cody, he's the champion. I get it. This whole, Andrade, maybe why he on SmackDown, I have no idea. I thought he'd be better fit on Raw. Uh, you know, Tiffy, my little Tiffy time. Listen, she can be in every storyline. She's blowing up, bro. She's just blowing up. Naomi, maybe her and Naomi go keep on going at it. I think that's gonna get drawn out. Like I said, I'm looking at this roster, man. I would like to see what they do with Blair Davenport for NXT. I like to see what they gonna do with that one. Um, they obviously they separated the old Imperium. So Giovanni, I don't know what he's going to be. He probably gonna be a jobber too for somebody.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's move on to Raw, man. Because I just want to break down the roster stuff before we get to the main event of Backlash. 'Cause I know you got a lot to say about Backlash. So we got Raw. We got main event Jey Uso. We got Seth freaking Rollins probably won't be back for like, I don't know what, next year, some shit. Braun Breaker, Liv Morgan, Ricochet, the new Speed champion, which makes no sense. But hold on, before I go on this roster, what do you think about this Speed champion thing and Speed thing on Wednesdays? The 3 minute matches.
3 minute matches. Honestly, I think it's a waste of time if they're not going to provide the storyline. I don't see it working. I mean, like maybe it might work. I don't know for maybe the less enhancing talents. I don't know. I that's new to me. I maybe it's more like something like a cruiserweight division. I don't know. I really don't want
Bro, it's another what's that title they had? The what was that? The 24/7
the
title?
24/7 champion. Yeah,
That's all it is.
it's
That's all it is.
uh
Well, you got Sheamus back. You got the Alpha Academy with Chad Gable, Otis, Tozawa, Maxine Dupree. I don't know what they're gonna do with that because now Chad is doing his own thing. I understand that one. Maybe you can make sense of that one. They got them together. I don't know what you're gonna do with that. You got an NXT call up, Kiana James, which I think was could be interesting. I actually like that one. Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, which they're up and down for NXT. I don't know about that one. Alba Fire and Dawn. What I forgot. I can't pronounce her name. Isla, Dawn. Like the two girls that dress like witches.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
can't
women's
pronounce her
tag
name.
team.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Alba Fire. I think they should separate her and she go on her own. Uh, Ivar for the Viking Raiders. Gunther and Ludwig. Let's start there. Gunther on Raw. Now the champion is Damian Priest. You got Sami Zayn as the Intercontinental Champion, which we talked about this. I still think it doesn't make sense for Sami to have that title. And what are you gonna do with Gunther? Your thoughts?
Sami Zayn. I don't see a storyline happening for Sami Zayn. The belt really needs to come off him and put it on another talent and build them up. As far as Gunther goes, I think they're setting him up to be the king of the ring.
We'll get into that. Yeah, because I think he faces Sheamus Monday, right?
Yep, sure does.
All right. Well, you got him. Now you got Damage Control with no titles. Io, Oscar, Kyrie, and my girl Dakota. CM Punk, which he won't probably be back until August. Braun Strowman. I don't know what he gonna do with him. LWO. You already know Ray, Vega, Wow. I don't know what he gonna do with that storyline. You got my man Drew McIntyre. What he gonna do with Drew? You got the Judgment Day. That looks like that's gonna explode. Now, this is gonna be the wild card. Is Ilya Dragunov from NXT. I like him. I like him a lot. I think he's going to be the one. Him and Braun coming up on Raw is that's going to be good matches. You can do some good storylines with them. New Day, of course. I don't know what you're going to do with them. They're going to keep on doing the clown shit. Lyra Valkyria. I like her. She's from NXT, the former NXT Women's Champion. Final Testament, Cross and AOP. Go back and forth for NXT. Bronson Reed. I, they gotta give him a break. They gotta give him something. Natalia, back and forth between NXT. Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. Don't know who this one. Now this one, I don't know if you remember this guy, Odyssey Jones, the big black dude from NXT last year.
I don't remember him.
Okay, he got drafted last year on Raw, right? From
uh,
NXT. Has not been on TV for a fucking year.
that's probably why I haven't heard her.
A year, man. A year. It's a big black dude, right? A fucking year, right? So, you got D-Jack, which I'm happy. I'm glad he came back up from NXT. And you got the Creed brothers. And you got Dunn and Bates. Whatever, the new Catch Republic. And you got the tag team champions, Miz and Truth. Now, in your opinion on Raw, because I know R-Truth's not gonna keep on wrestling that much longer. He can't do that much. What team you think is gonna take those titles off of them in Raw?
New Catch Republic, probably.
Don't listen, yeah. Do not be surprised. Do not. And I'm gonna make a little bet with you right now. Don't be surprised they put Gunther and Ludwig together to take those titles. Do not be surprised.
Hmm.
I see. Listen, you got more possible storylines.
It makes sense why they would just had them two together on Raw then.
Because right now, I think with Gunther, yeah, like the King of the Ring, yeah, he might, most likely he might win that. But they also had to stretch him out. Because you and I talked about this. We think he's gonna be in WrestleMania next year.
Hmm.
Some capacity, right? So
Yes.
how you gonna stretch him out? Okay, you be King of the Ring, and you know what I mean, right? You can't have him go for Damian Priest at SummerSlam that early, I guess.
No.
Okay, so these rosters, I like Raw better than SmackDown. Which roster do you like better?
Uh, actually, I think Raw. I mean, SmackDown is probably going to be the A show on this one.
Do you say SmackDown?
I'm a SmackDown. Yeah, I'm a SmackDown guy.
Why? Why? Come on, man. Come on.
Ah,
Why?
you got Cody
Come on.
Rhodes, who is
Yeah.
the undisputed champion. He's
All right.
basically the new face of the WWE. That's why. It would have been no, for me. I don't. Cody, in my opinion, Cody Rhodes should have probably just be on Raw, and Damian Priest should have been on SmackDown. But which championship belt has more weight, the World Championship or the Undisputed Championship? They have Cody Rhodes as the Undisputed Championship going to SmackDown. He's the guy. He's going to be the new how he's going to be the new, I guess, 1 year champion that's going to carry this company. It ain't going to be Damian Priest.
True. So we'll get back to that at the end because I got some questions to ask you about these rosters. Let's get on to Backlash from Lyon, France. Now I was watching it, bro. I think that crowd. I thought the one in Canada was loud. These French people, they were loud even before the matches happened. Everything was blown up. They was loud as hell. That was the chant, but some of the chants they were saying that I didn't understand. But that was, you know, I was so happy, especially for the women's matches, because they made them look really good with the chants and the crowd, made the action look good. I love the overall crowd. What do you think about the crowd reactions?
They were insane. They hijacked the damn show. It
Yes.
didn't matter. It didn't matter what was going on. You heard all kinds of chants throughout this entire show.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what that. Whether you loved the show or hated the show or thought that there was a botch in one of those matches, I mean, it really did not matter because the crowd is what made the show.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get to the first match. Randy Orton, Kevin Owens versus Solo Sokoa and Tama Tonga, which turned into a street fight. Okay. Go ahead, baby, because I know you got something to say about this because they got the bloodline and all this shit. So I'm going to let you go first. Hit it.
I was happy to see tables because that's what the crowd was chanting. So that big thumbs up on whoever came up with that idea in WWE. You kind of saw Randy Orton probably going back to his old vintage style, the Viper style, during the match. Um, I like the Bloodline saga. I like the way they're taking this Bloodline story, expanding it with Tanga Lu. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah.
It's very entertaining. Of course, it's a good match. It was predictable. We all knew what was going to happen, but that didn't matter. I think for me, I want to see a Bloodline Civil War down the
Yeah,
future.
everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. So overall,
yeah, that's
how'd you like the match?
pretty good. Very,
Very good.
very good. Very entertaining. Yeah, it was very good. I mean, yeah, I mean that was a great opening match. Um, Basically started out as a brawl. Everyone, you see all the referees, officials trying to intervene, and basically, SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis says, "Fuck it, just let them go at it," and that's what we wanted.
um, the beginning of it, like overall, I love the match. The beginning of it, I guess, like you gave Randy and Kevin his spots. They was beating the hell out of them. I get that. You know, you and I, we had different opinions about this shit. So I love the new bloodline, and I guess they're coming up for the Civil War things, everything online saying like they might go on SummerSlam and when Roman returns and all this shit. Uh, I think they gotta make Solo stronger. Uh, Tama Tonga was more stronger in New Japan, way more vicious. It's kind of like WWE is dumbing down he was, how he used to be. He was, I'm telling you, go look at highlights and footage. This guy, him and his brother, uh, damn, what's his name? Shit. Tangaloa, sorry. They were dominant in New Japan. Multiple time tag team champions and singles runs. I never understand the open weight championship in New Japan, but that's another subject. But um, the match was good. It hit its spots. The guys' tables. You got the tables and this and that. They fought through the crowd. Um, Again, Kevin Owens is taking the punishment, right? For some reason, Randy, he does this little spot. It's like they're saving Randy. They try not to get him hurt because he don't really do a lot of spots, if you notice,
Yes,
right? He's not
I
taking a
noticed
lot
that.
of bumps, and I get it. You know what I mean, right? He did go to the table once, and then he was out for like what, 10 minutes, I think, almost
Yep.
down the floor, whatever. Overall, I thought the match was good. I gave it an A for entertainment. Uh, Randy, they're saving him for some reason. I still think it's Randy Cody in the future. I do, because I like to see that. That's a good storyline right there. Having Randy betray Cody.
Well, maybe that hint him of what was it when he was turning into the Viper was a hint.
Yeah,
During that match, you can say that at some point he was basically putting his two hands like hitting the mat just like a snake would.
I
That
want to see him
to
go
me that was
back to it.
to me that was a hint that he's probably gonna
Yeah.
go back and be a heel.
Well,
How they're
look,
gonna do it,
don't
I don't
forget.
know.
But don't forget, right? When we talked last time WrestleMania, I'll bring up the fact, right? He was going to do the little kick in the head thing in WrestleMania, but he stopped. That was another hint. Because I want him to go heel. I don't like this good guy, Randy. Randy's better as a heel. And if he gonna be a heel, let him turn on Cody. I like that. This new bloodline, with Paul Heyman, you know, he's playing it up being scared and shit like that. I love Paul is putting on a performance out the ass, bro. Talk to me about Paul. Like, how way you feel
Paul
Paul is putting on?
Paul Heyman looks stressed out and looks like he's screaming for help, but silently.
Mm-hmm. Well, Paul could put on performance, man. Like, and he did say there's only one tribal chief, right? Okay.
Which one though?
Yeah, that's what I'm
It sounds
saying.
like there's gonna be two.
Well, don't forget, he's the one who pulled out Roman from the draft, right? That's what he said. Okay, he pulled out Roman, And then they had the clip backstage before Jay went out for his match. All three of them walked past Jay. So they all giving little hints for the future and this and that. I think this match would have been better if Sammy didn't win. If Sammy and Kevin went against the Bloodline. That would have been an all-out brawl. I think that would have been an A plus type match. But they separated Sammy. I still think they should have kept Sammy and Kevin together for the Bloodline shit. Just kept them in it. Solo,
Well,
they're not making him strong
may-
enough, bro. He needs to get stronger.
if anything, I think they're making Solo temporarily carrying the bloodline until Roman Reigns comes back.
Yeah?
If it's gonna happen, it needs to happen sudden, where no one sees it coming. I mean, like, of course, you and I probably see it coming, but
Yeah.
if they're gonna turn, if Roman Reigns turns face, it needs to happen out the blue. No one's seeing it. They can't build a storyline like that. It needs to happen all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Maybe, and it just gets me thinking about how The Rock did say at some point he will come back.
Yep.
And that would be the storyline. Old bloodline versus new bloodline.
But that's 4 of them, though.
Don't forget the Usos.
That's 3.
No, that's 3 and 3. Maybe Roman Reigns and the Usos versus somehow they had to work Tama Tonga, his brother. The Rock has to be in there as leading them. Either The Rock or Solo Sikoa.
Okay.
So Solo Sikoa has to be in that match somehow. They had to work it out some way with that storyline.
I got something for you. You're going to love this. You ready? If I was a
What's
storyteller, if I was a writer at WWE, this is what I would do. I would play this out all the way up to SummerSlam, right?
Yeah.
Have Roman come back. Do something. Like, no, they all fight each other, whatever. Then slowly bring Roman and Usos together, right?
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, you bring in the other brother, Jacob, which I want Jacob to come in because there's like 4 of them.
That would be the fourth one.
Jacob Fatu. He's actually a free agent right now, right? He's a free agent.
Yeah.
I would like to see them drag this out to fucking Survivor Series. I would like to see that. Thank you. Think about that. If you can drag all this out and bring all of them in, expand the storyline all the way to Survivor Series. So that's the Bloodline Civil War. Put it in the cage, 2 rings, 4 against 4, right? And Paul Heyman's in the middle telling the story.
Put Paul Heyman in the cage. I want to see Paul Heyman go up in the cage.
Oh, God, Paul ain't doing it.
Like they did in the old days.
Okay. All right. Our predictions was what? What was our predictions on this match?
Okay, so we both chose the Bloodline.
Okay. Overall, you give it from A to F.
An A plus. An A plus. It was up there.
Okay. I'm agreeing with you. See, we finally agreed on something. Now, will we agree on the next one? No. This is the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. The champions. No, I'm sorry. Not bad. My bad. Not that one. I'm sorry. I skipped ahead. This is the WWE Women's Championship. Bayley, the champion, versus Naomi, versus Tiffy Time, Tiffy Stratton. Go first, sir. This is a fatal 3-way.
All right. The crowd. I mean, like, when Naomi came out with her entrance, it actually felt like you were at a rave party.
Yeah.
That was so awesome. Throughout the match, they were chanting, "This is awesome! This is awesome!" There is one chant. I don't know exactly what the crowd was saying. One, two, something or whatever. I mean, like, if anyone knows what that chant means or what it is, please tell
I
us.
don't
'Cause
know.
I am dying to know what that chant is.
It was French.
uh, I mean, did they teleport the soccer crowd into the WWE pay-per-view or something like that?
I don't know, bro. I thought their match was the loudest almost.
I thought that too. Um, it was very it was good. It was very solid. I'm not gonna say it's the best, but I'm not gonna down on any of them. I think like for the most part, for me, it's the storyline that's not making sense of what direction that they're going with this. The ending of the match was very old school. It's almost like if take Bret Hart for an example. The some of his wins and losses did not include finishes. That some of his matches did not require finishes at the end. It was just a straight up pin. It was a reverse pin. I had no issues with with the way they ended the match. I I I, I liked it. It was solid. It was solid.
Okay. A lot of chants. They love Bailey out there. They love Naomi. They love Tiffy time. All right. I thought they made Tiffany strong. She looked very good in the match. They build her up. The respect between Bailey, Naomi, they hugged at the end, all that shit. I liked the match. It was good spots, very good spots around there. I think it was like basically right to build up Tiffany Stratton. She did look strong. She's getting a lot of momentum. She's getting up there. That's why I'm hoping they give her a nice storyline. Maybe even have a one-on-one with Bailey in the future. Maybe I don't know some whatever. I mean, Tiffany's not going to win the title off of Bailey. Bailey's going to keep this title. I think because even on the roster, bro, I don't. I can look at the roster here. Uh, who's going to take it off of Bailey? Naya or eventually Bailey and Nia Jax go at it. I already know it already. But the match was a good match. It was entertaining. I like it. Um, it was. I thought it was more to build up Tiffany. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're building her up because you need new stars. All right. I mean, the one thing I would like to be interested in, since Andrade is on SmackDown, right?
Hmm.
When the Queen returns, what's going to happen? Because I'm going to put another spoiler out there for you. This is if I was a writer, right? I do know I saw an interview that Tiffany she was inspired by Charlotte Flair
Hmm.
to be a wrestler, like because she's like a little Charlotte, basically. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Basically, like another version of it. I like to see those two go at it in the future for Charlotte to
It'll
really
be
put her over.
it'll be interesting to see.
I
It
like to
has.
see
It probably
that.
has. The storyline has. If them two are gonna go face to face, the storyline has to be perfect. It needs to be at one of these major pay-per-view events, building
Yeah.
up to that. That's what it needs to be. If them two are ever gonna go at it.
Now, Tiffy is better as a heel. I like her as a heel. If they do put them together, Charlotte's going to have to be the face. But I like Charlotte as a heel. I think she's a better
I like
heel.
I like Charlotte as a hero too.
I like her as a heel. Naomi coming up. I don't know what direction you're gonna put her in. But again, back to this match, Bailey wins. They might go another round with Tiffy again. I don't know, but I still see Nia Jax in the picture with Bailey. I think they go fight again. I think that's your SummerSlam match. I think it's gonna be Bailey and Nia in the future. And
Build Bailey up. They,
yeah,
they need
I
they, they need to build her up to this. I don't. The, it's not clicking with me. Her storyline as champion is really not clicking with me.
no.
They need to they need to build her up somehow, or take the damn belt off her.
Right. SummerSlam be a good time to do it. Or one of those other no. Your SummerSlam, I don't know what they're gonna do with Bailey, but I don't know. What was our predictions on that? I think we got the same one, right?
We got the same one. We both chose Bailey.
Yeah, no brainer. Overall, I gave it a A. I thought, well, A minus. That's what I gave it. I didn't like the ending, that little surprise roll up shit. I think it's bullshit, but it's
It's old
making
school.
everybody strong.
It's old
It's
school.
stupid. It's stupid. You know that. No, it's dumb. But it's just dumb. All right, sir. This is your favorite world champion, the working man's title, the World Heavyweight Championship. Damian Priest versus main event Jay Uso. Take it away.
Again, I'm gonna touch on this crowd because when Jey Uso came out through the crowd, it was wild.
Yeah.
It was more lit than WrestleMania. uh, Great crowd interaction, I thought, with Jey Uso. Uh, Throughout the match, you see a whole bunch of interference from JD, Finn Balor, and then it's almost like in those spots, you basically seeing the beginning of the end of the Judgment Day. That's what I saw. Throughout the match, there was certain chants, and I'll repeat those chants because I was trying to make sense of what they were saying. One of them was "asshole" after JD had Jay Priest when Jay went for the cover of the 2 count
Yeah.
with that splash. Another chant was "fuck you" to JD. Did you hear that? I thought that was hilarious. This crowd just literally hijacked the show. They did. I I can't wait for what I'm about to say about this crowd at the end. But overall, I love the match. It was pretty good, pretty solid. They're building up Damian Priest to. I think they're building up Damian Priest to separate him from the Judgment Day. I don't think that he needs to be involved, especially with Rhea Ripley not being there. Rhea Ripley was the basically it's what makes the group work together. You have Rhea Ripley that's out on injury, then you hit the Judgment Day. It's just them three. I don't see that story clicking just with them or with them four. That's including JD, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Eddie Guerrero wannabe. I can't even remember his name. uh, Rey Mysterio son Dominic.
Okay. Um, I gave it a B minus, and I was really gonna give it a C plus. I was trying to be fair. I did like the JD Finn coming in. All the reports are saying that they're gonna break up, and a possible match is Finn Balor versus Damian Priest in the future, which I would like to see.
I can see
I
that
like to
happening too.
see JD is just JD. Send his ass down to NXT. I say go him. Listen, Dom, you know where that storyline's going. He's going with Liv. That's going to be something for the future. Dom's breaking. See, honestly, tell you right now, Dom don't need anybody right now.
Mhm.
He is so over, and the crowd hates the shit out of him. You know, they hate
They
him like
won't even give him
crazy.
a chance to talk.
Exactly, right? But see, Dom and Liv's story is that's gonna be a good one. That's a good story. And if they get together, that's really gonna be good when Rhea comes back. Okay, that's a future thing. But Jey Uso versus Damian Priest.
You know what? I forgot to mention my favorite part of that match and that entire match is the yeet no yeet
Yeah.
when
Oh yeah, the
Damian
hit back
Priest
and forth.
was going back and forth between the forearm punches and then the kicks at the end. Yeet no yeet.
Yes.
That was my favorite part of the match.
All right. Damian is, even though that was his first title defense, I understand you're setting up the seeds to break up the Judgment Day. He still has not had a clean win. I need to see him have a clean win. A clean one. If he's gonna keep the belt, let him defend it against everybody, build him up. This world title and him do not mix. As the way I see it now. They had to build him up more to me. I'm glad he has it. He deserves it. But you need something else with it because he's on He's on Raw, right?
Yep.
He's a champion for Raw. Maybe put him. I tell you, I like because see, you got some good guys he can go against. You got Drew, you got Ilya Dragunov. That will be a good one. That would be a good one. I like to see. Like, listen, he has a lot of opponents to go against. Now, don't forget, and if they do let him keep it, Seth has to come back too. Seth has to come back. Also, you got Braun Breaker. They're not gonna get a title Braun Breaker. I know that. I don't think this too early to give him
I
a
don't
title.
think he's no. I don't think Von Breaker's ready to carry that load right
He's
now.
not ready for that shit.
Yeah.
As for Jay, so this is his second world title shot, right? He basically got screwed in Roman SummerSlam. Then he gets screwed again on this one. This match and whatever, I would like to see Jay. I wish he would have went to SmackDown. I want to see Jay beat Logan Paul for the U.S. title. That's what I like to see. I think that would be a good match. They both talk shit. And since you want this worldwide global social media shit, and Jay's hot right now, so put him against Logan Paul. That's why these rosters don't really make sense to me, especially after Backlash. I don't see where Jay's going in the future. Well. Besides with the bloodline, we already know we decided that I think they all will get back together when Roman comes back.
Yeah.
Jimmy, Jay, they go fucking mess it up. So I guess that's where they're going. And we both had the same thing, right? Damien's gonna win, I think,
Yeah.
right?
We both chose Damian Priest.
All right. So on this one, right call, bad call on Damien
I
winning.
thought it was the right call.
All right.
I thought it was the right call. Keep
Oh,
Damian Priest, build him up. I think he also had new music. I couldn't hear what the music was with that loud chant that they were
yeah.
doing, but I'm pretty sure that building up Damian Priest. I'm pretty sure they gave him new music, a new entrance, because it was something I haven't heard before.
Okay. Well, we gotta check that one out. All right. This is the one. This is the one we're going to disagree upon. The WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. The champions, Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi, against Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Go ahead. Be honest. Don't hold nothing back, because I'm not holding shit back. That's right. Get a swig of that juice. Come on.
This was hard to watch. It, did Jay forget where she was at, or did she forget what the hell to do halfway through the match or something?
Yes. I think, don't forget the language barrier with those two. This is what I saw on the report. It's like certain things that they had to like certain keywords they had to memorize for moves when you're dealing with Oscar's good, but it's Kyrie. That's the one you have to like certain keywords. Because the language barrier, especially trying to understand it with all the actions. Now, yeah, they do speak English pretty well, especially Oscar. But Jade, yeah, Jade,
I I
go.
I feel like I feel like Bianca Belair probably carried the match of
Yeah.
all the three. I mean, you see so for me, I saw so many botches. I thought it was poor selling on Cargill, and it was hard to watch. That how how the how the how the hell does the ref talks about who's legal in the ring, and then at the end of the match, Kari Car- Kari Sane was the legal person, but Bianca pinned Oscar. What the hell was that? That who scheduled this crap? That's what I want to know.
Um, I know there was a miscommunication. It was very bad. I am not a fan of. I listen. I get it with Jade and Bianca being together because she needs somebody right now. Don't forget when she was at AEW, man. Like they did nothing for her. Did nothing for her. She just was thrown out there to do whatever, and she didn't really learn the craft. That's why they held her back so long. Here, I have nothing personally against her, but she still needs work to do. And I think that's why they put it with Bianca, even though Bianca's not the best, but she's gotten better over time.
Yeah.
Because years ago, I was the worst against Bianca. I thought she was overhyped, overrated, and can't wrestle for shit. Now she's getting better. Now you put her with Jade. Jade needs to like she really has to hone in her craft more. And I get it, Hunter, he put her out there to do this and do that. But you're going against Kabuki Warriors. Again, you're doing disservice to them. I've said this before. I think you're doing disservice to Oscar. Uh, Putting the titles on them, I don't agree with it. I don't. I think it was a fucking mistake because they're gonna defend the titles everywhere. And there's nobody on none of these fucking rosters put
Uh,
together is going to take the titles off them unless you cheat to do it.
well, and this is probably why you say that we'll probably have a difference of opinion.
Yep.
I thought it was the right move to put the titles on Bianca Belair and Jay Cargill for the simple fact that Cargill has a lot of learning to do, and
Oh yeah.
from what better person that she can learn from is Bianca Belair, possibly setting up a feud between them, and maybe maybe her first single match in the WWE can probably not have so many botches. Maybe she can learn from her mistakes. Uh, if they're gonna keep them as women's tag team champions, regardless of and this is why I said from the beginning they need to do something with the women's division. If they are planning to keep the women's world tag team championship, and I'm talking about specifically the belts, they need to go ahead and maybe make it mean something as far as a woman's working title.
Mm-hmm.
Because these Bianca Belair can work. Jay Cocker has a lot of learning to do,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, I really think that when one person when one talent is weak, the other talent probably picks up, and that's basically what the tag team is. You know, they complement. I think they complement each other. I really do.
I'll
You know,
agree to disagree. I get what you're saying. Because she does need to work. She does. When she came in, she had little spots or whatever. She needs to work. She needs it. If you're gonna keep the belt on them and then you're gonna have them break up later on, that's great. Let them go to all three brands, even NXT. NXT too. Like, give her as much work as possible because God knows she needs it. She only got like 2 moves, bro. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. The end move, the finisher, that actually was pretty good. When she lifted her up, flipped around, and then did her move, I actually like that one. I like that with Jay Cargill when she pinned Kyrie. Um, I'm not a Bianca fan,
It was
bro. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I never have been. Um, I get she's babysitting Jade right now. I like Jade. I think Jade is a top-notch athletic given talent. I still think she needs more work, a lot more work. And you're right, yeah, maybe putting her and Bianca together, that gives her a learning curve, right?
yeah.
Because there are possible matches for the future. But eventually I'd like to see Bianca separate because I still like to see Bianca versus um Mommy. I like to see that.
Yeah.
She's never beaten Charlotte. I like to see that. I would love to see that one because when Charlotte come back, Charlotte, especially they actually teased Charlotte versus Jade
Hmm.
when they met
Oh yeah,
up.
I'd
I
love
like
to
to
see
see
that one.
that. Okay, so you're right. She does need a lot of work. So you kind of convinced me. Maybe this was the right call. Listen, I'm an Oscar fan and I'm a Kyrie Sane fan, right? And you know, I get being jobbers and all that shit, man. But now, what do you do with damage control now? EO don't got nothing. Kyrie and Oscar got nothing. Dakota's just talking. What do you do with them now?
That's a good question.
Yeah, what do you do with them?
I really haven't even thought about that part
Yeah,
about damage control. It
what
wouldn't
do you do
even
with them?
make sense to even keep them together at this point.
Do you let them come back after Bailey? I mean, I the only way I see Cargill and Belair losing, like you said, somebody's going to turn, like probably Jay's going to turn on Bianca or whatever. But I want you to think about this. This is what I would like to see. I would like to see how would it look like if Bianca turned heel.
Mm.
I would love that. I would like to see what it look like. I would. Like she's the next version of Sasha, which I miss her by the way. I don't like her in AEW, but that's another. I don't like her in AEW.
AEW is not looking good right now.
Oh
Not
man,
after
she
this
should have came
weekend.
back. Yeah, I know they whatever, but overall, they're the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. So I assume it right call, bad call. You going with the right call?
Oh gosh. On that part, I don't know.
Bro,
I don't know if it's going to be the right call.
you just
You got,
sold me on that. You just sold
I
me on they building her up. Now you saying you don't know. Come on.
I thought okay.
Oh, bro,
Uh,
you're killing me.
just just this whole match, it's just really draining me. It sucked. That's what this match is. It sucked.
Mark, hold on, man. Hold on. You gave a good point that they're building Jade up. They're building her. They're helping her because she needs to work, right? Now you tell me you don't know if it's the right call. Come on, man. Come on.
Okay, I'm just gonna say maybe they oh, they made the right call. But somewhere down the future, I would like to see Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill has a lot of learning to do, a lot of mistakes that she needs to correct. Um, and I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't want to say anything bad about them. I thought it was a great move. Jade Cargill coming into WWE with her popularity. I think she has
Mm-hmm.
over 1 million followers on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
I love how she interacts with her fans. I do. And if you go to her Instagram page, she literally adds to her stories of what the fans are posting about her. And I thought that
Yeah.
was, for me, that was so touching. And that's why I don't want to say anything bad about her right now because, her popularity. It's, she's one of those people person. We just gotta wait and see how she develops later on in the future.
All right. Um, I'm going to agree. I'm going to say it was the right call for now until they prove what you going to do with the Kabuki Warriors. Because I still think it was a shambles. Again, I'm not a Belair fan. I am not. I never have been. I never will be. It's just, I'm just not a fan. I do want to see Jade come up because I'm going to say this right now. I hope people watch. I hope somebody listens to this. Bianca would not be where she is if Sasha didn't put her over. Sasha put her
Ooh.
over big time. Okay? She put her over. Now she was getting momentum and this and that. She won the Royal Rumble. She was doing her little EST with the hair whip, this and that. But Sasha's the one to put her over big time. Because you need somebody to put you over to get to that next level. So she should be thanking
True.
her lucky charms that Sasha put her over. I'm a huge Sasha fan. I miss Sasha. That's
So
my
you're just
girl.
gonna
I'm
be
gonna say
biased on
this.
this one, huh? You're gonna be biased
Well,
on this one, huh?
all right, listen, I'm not a Bianca fan. Anyway, I give it a 50-50. Congratulations to Jade and Bianca. You got anything last thing to say about this before I move on? Because
Nah, let's move on. I got nothing else for them. Let's move on.
the match was, to me, I'm being nice. I'm gonna give it a C minus, even though it was a poor match because it was too many botches. Main event time for the undisputed Universal Heavyweight So Many Titles Championship.
So many
Cody
titles.
Rhodes, the champion, versus AJ Styles, which they went back and forth with the crowd, this and that. I couldn't understand when they was chanting for AJ. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Hold on. I'm glad you brought
Shoot,
that up. Hold on.
shoot.
Uh, hold on.
Okay.
Can you hear that?
Yeah. Yeah. What was that? What the fuck was that? I don't know what the fuck that was. Now he's dancing now. I'm sick. He got into it now. I love it.
Apparently, okay. So I know that, and I wanted to call you so bad. With every being in my body on Friday night, I had to put my phone away so I wouldn't text you or call you or bother you. I know you had something going on during that time because I wanted to wait for it.
Mhm.
I wanted to tell you that they are literally hijacking that show. They chanted, those maniacs did that chant on SmackDown the moment AJ Styles mentioned the word phenomenal.
So what's it mean?
Apparently, it means some sort of celebration, a celebratory, or something like that.
What? Does it?
All yesterday, I usually when I'm on social media, I'm interacting with other people. I
Yeah.
haven't been interacting on social media since this event, and I've been trying to find out exactly what that meant. Apparently, it meant some kind of at a soccer game. That's what they chant. It's when I guess it's celebrating a victory or something like that.
Really?
It's a catchy tune. Yeah,
So they
it's a
probably
catchy
wanted
tune.
AJ to win it. Well, all right. So what do you think about the match?
Uh, uh, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh shit!
Uh,
Oh shit! Oh shit! Here we
no,
go.
no, 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 no. It's nothing bad. I love the match.
Mm.
Lots of cool spots on there. Um, I want to say my favorite part of the match is and this is why I want to wear my Hulkamania shirt. My favorite part of the match was probably towards the end when Cody Rhodes was hulking up like Hulk Hogan, but in his style, in Cody Rhodes'
Okay.
style, after getting that burning hammer and kicked out at one. Then you see AJ Styles kicked out at the 2 count after Cody Cutter, and it's back and forth between them two. Using the French table, and French announce table. I thought it was. I loved the match. What I loved more about the match wasn't what Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles did. It was the crowd, the way they again they hijacked the show. The chants, that particular chant that we just heard, you hear that throughout the entire match. You also hear chants like Stardust. You also hear chants like "Let's go, Cody, AJ sucks."
Yeah, I saw it. I
That
heard it.
you heard that? I mean,
Yeah, I
that
heard
it was so it was very intense
it.
to the point where the hard camera was bouncing, and they had to show that on TV not once but twice. You saw that camera bouncing.
It was a hype crowd. It was a hype crowd.
I, I
I
had
think
never I had never heard anything like that. It was insane. I think I
it was
mentioned that before
louder
at the beginning.
than when Sammy and Roman went. What was that in Canada? It was louder than that crowd. It was louder. I think it was like it was 11,000 people in there, right? It sounded like it was 100,000 in there.
It really did. I mean, like when they talked about breaking records or having a record breaking crowd, I'm like, what was the numbers? Because they didn't provide any numbers on how many tickets they sold or what was
Eleven
even
thousand.
the attendance. Eleven
It
thousand.
was
Okay.
11,000.
Okay. It sounded like there were more.
Yeah,
Wow.
it did. It
It sounded
was
like there was
11,000.
more.
Yeah, it was a small venue. But and that wasn't crowd noise. I mean, that wasn't like the microphones and shit like that. They was loud as fuck. Like I never heard anybody chant that loud ever in the arena for 11,000. And that was sold out capacity. They had on social media 11,000 people. It's the loudest. I think it was probably one of the loudest events they had since what was that one? They said the old WrestleMania back in the day, Silverdome, one of the
Oh,
Silverdome back in the day.
Michigan. Yeah,
Yeah,
in Michigan.
so they said that was one of the loudest ever, on one of the top three in history. I think it was number one. I've never heard anything that loud ever.
Me either. Me either. I mean, like, I mean,
Well, I tell you,
at this point, those fans are putting us to shame. I mean, like, we
oh
gotta
yeah,
step up our game or something like that, guys.
oh
I
yeah.
mean, if y'all going to a WWE event, especially a major one, I think us as fans really need to. I mean, regardless of what we think about, the matches or the, talent or whatever, we really need to step up our game because eventually, what's going to wind up happening, we're not going to have a WrestleMania in the U.S. It's going to go overseas, and it's not going to be in Canada. It's going to go either to Europe or to somewhere in Asia.
Let me tell you something.
That's what's going to wind up.
Well, you already know WrestleMania is going to be in Vegas next year, right? It's going to be in Vegas.
Yep.
They just
Yep.
announced it. I bet you 10-1. Was it 42? 2 years from now, that's going to be overseas. Guaranteed, it's going to be overseas. I don't know what country. I hope it's in England, because if it is, I'm going. I'm still thinking
That
about
would be
going to one in
nice.
Vegas. I'm thinking about going to Vegas. Seriously. Think about it. Going to Vegas WrestleMania, I'm actually thinking about going there when the tickets come out. Like I don't care if I'm in the nosebleed section because that stadium I heard is amazing. The Raider Stadium,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like it holds over 100,000 people. I don't care if I'm in the nosebleeds. I'm really thinking about going to WrestleMania in Vegas next year. Seriously, I'm really thinking about doing it. You know what I mean? Listen, um, Cody Rhodes, AJ, up and down. What do you think?
Saturday plus. It was up there. I thought it was real good. The crowd
I
is what
give it
made
a.
the match.
I
And hey,
mean, we both knew who was gonna win.
that didn't matter. Of course, it was going to be predictable, but it when the when the match is that entertaining, when you look at all the factors, not just the talent, but the storyline, and then you add in the crowd's reaction, that really is what made the match. And I thought it was a perfect ending to end that night.
It was. It was a good match. I think it put AJ back into the scene again. Uh, I think Eva. I don't know if he declared for King of the Ring, but I would love to see him in King of the Ring because I know the
Mm.
finals are going to be in I forgot Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Which I think that's like 9 o'clock in the morning. I think it is. On
That's
yeah, I think
early.
like nine or 10. I don't know. No. I think it's in the afternoon. I forgot. I know it's in the morning, early afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably gonna be our next one. The King of Queen of Ring finals. Uh, but overall, I like the match. It put AJ back on the map. Cody has to fight somebody else. I don't know who he's gonna fight. I'm looking at SmackDown roster. Only person I see makes sense is Randy. Um, maybe he has a match with LA Knight. He gonna win again. I don't know what you're gonna
Yeah.
do with him. Andrade is an interesting possibility. Uh, listen, I look at SmackDown, man. There's too many fucking faces. It's not enough heels on SmackDown. It's not enough heels on SmackDown. This is why I want Bobby. I like Bobby to go heel. Bobby was a
Mm.
better heel than this pride shit, him and Street Profits. Because if you look at the roster, go look at the roster. They don't have that many you have no heels here. I see no heels. They all kind of mini faces. AJ wasn't really a heel. Kevin Owens is not a heel. Carmelo's not, they're not gonna put him up there. Cody has nobody to fight on this fucking roster. Unless you turn Randy heel, or if you or Baron Corbin, I mean, whatever.
The only thing,
Andrade
like
would be maybe. I want to see
Andrade,
Randy and
Bobby,
Bobby go heel. I want to see him go heel.
that you're
No,
right. It will
seriously.
make sense. You're right. It would make more sense for one of them or all of them to go here because you need. All right. Let's just say Bobby Lashley needs to go heel. Bobby
Yeah.
Lashley's big and strong, muscle mass. Why not feed that monster to a baby face? Have him kick Cody Rhodes' ass for the next 3 weeks, and then have
Yeah.
put Cody over on top at the next
Yes.
big event.
I
I
mean,
would like to see that.
look at your roster. Like, what heel do you see? I don't see any heels on SmackDown
No,
for
I mean
anybody.
I'm looking at the roster right now, and
I see no
no.
heels.
Shinsuke
Everybody's a
Nakamura, no.
face. Look, I'm telling you, even the women's division, the only one you got is what, Nia Jax, and what else?
Nia
Hopefully
Jax
Jade
is a
turns
heel.
heel. Uh, who knows, right? Maybe they'll bring Tegan Knox up and make her be a heel. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see nobody. I like to see Blair Davenport be a heel. I think she'd be a good one. But
Mm-hmm.
Besides Tiffany, she's a heel. Naomi's not a heel. There's no heels here. There's nobody like. Okay, Backlash over. To wrap this up, What storylines would you like to see coming up in the future with Raw and SmackDown, leading up to like? No matter of fact, yeah, let's do like a spoiler. Who would you like to see for SummerSlam?
For SummerSlam.
Who'd you like to see for Cody and everybody else at SummerSlam?
Looking at the roster right now.
Yeah, because nobody
For
there.
Cody. Yeah.
The only possibility, all your heels are on Raw. Impossibility. The only possibility you guys, Randy or Bobby, if they turn heel. Or you bring somebody new in. Because I see nothing. I see no heels.
Wait, we spoke about this before. Um, what was his name? MJF. He's a free agent right now, right?
But the way I understand, man, like I understand that what I read, even though he's injured, he still has to finish out his contract because the contract stops. So he has to come back, finish out the contract, and then do that. I don't know what MJF's going to do because he's still suffering from his elbow surgery or whatever. But maybe that's for the future. But for right now, I see nothing for Cody. You could have had Drew. You should put Drew on SmackDown. You know, because I think Drew just signed a new contract. So you got because you said SmackDown got a better roster. I don't see where's the better roster. I don't see shit on SmackDown. I see it on Raw. They got more talent on Raw than they do on SmackDown because they have I see no storylines at all for fucking SmackDown unless you turn people heel. Especially Jay Cargill and Bianca Belair, which you love them. I don't know why you love them, but whatever. But so, whatever, it is what it is. Tell me what you see. I see nothing. Come on. I'm looking at it right now.
Right now, I'm not seeing anything for SmackDown. Raw, I know I would like to see Finn Balor and Damian Priest, and I think they can probably carry that for a couple of months.
They can do it. Matter of fact, let me ask you a question. Who do you want to see take the title from your favorite wrestler, Logan Paul? Because I know he's your favorite.
He is not my favorite. I do not like Logan Paul. He annoys the hell out of me.
He's a Houston Astros fan. You know that, right?
He is? Are you serious right now?
No, go ahead. No.
Please don't disparage the good damn name of the Houston Astros.
Who you want to see Logan go against, man?
LA Knight. They need to do something with him. Put the belt on him.
He needs a title.
Yep.
He needs a title. I 100% agree with you. He needs a title. I think that's the best person besides Jey Uso, but they don't want to put him. They don't put a title on him. But I think it does set up LA Knight for him. I like to see what they do with Andrade. I like to see when Seth Rollins comes back. I want to see when Charlotte comes back. I'm looking at all these things here. We can do fancy booking, all this shit. But anyway, before we wrap it up, sir, your final thoughts about Backlash in Lyon, France.
It was amazing. I loved it. The crowd is what made this show. Those are my final thoughts.
I cannot
get that. I cannot get that chant out of my head. I think right after this, I'm gonna rewind that chant and listen to it over and over and over again.
You like that chant, though?
I do. It,
Well,
it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that here in the U.S. we don't have fans like that. We don't have more fans like that.
yeah, yeah. I wish they would do it here in the United States. Leon made the US look very bad. They made us look bad, honestly, with the fans. Like, I was very impressed with Leon France. My salute to you guys. You guys did fantastic. You are unbelievable friends. I know it's the first time a premium event is in France, but if that's the case, right? They're gonna be in Saudi Arabia, which they do good. I can't wait to June to where they're gonna be in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is it June? I know they're either gonna be in Ireland or Germany.
I heard Germany before. I think that's going to be just before SummerSlam.
Yeah,
I
because
wonder. I wonder. I wonder. I
they're
think
going
when
to
I think
Ireland in September, I think.
yeah, that's
Or
Casa the Titans or something like that.
yeah, Ireland
Casa
or
the Castles.
Scotland,
Yeah,
whatever countries. Yeah,
yeah.
but I bet you 10-1 Germany's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one in Germany. I think it's the battle or something. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's something. I don't know what the hell it is. But that's another one. But if United States don't step up, man, the overseas is going to take over the market to where we could be watching all our premium live events overseas because
Pretty
they
much.
made us look bad to me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Horrible.
sir, thank you so much for being on this episode again. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back for the finals of the King and Queen, King and Queen of the
King
Ring,
and Queen of the Ring.
King and Queen of the Ring, the winners, the losers. We'll go back and forth. We will not agree again, which I'm kind of surprised we halfway agreed. We had a majority agreement this week. I'm kind of surprised on that one. And yeah, we'll be back for that one. Then we go do the one in Germany and SummerSlam. We do this every month. So thank you guys for being out here. My co-host Mario Castro, he's here as well. We'll see you later. Peace. And